subscribe before you close your eyes. For today's video, I'm going to be doing some romantic triggers. Romantic. For Valentine's Day, I do want to say Happy Valentine's Day to anybody who is celebrating. I've got some of my favorite items from around my house that I feel have a romantic look to them. First off, I did want to do a little mini history lesson. So this is Saint Valentine. This is the saint who Valentine's Day is named after, and he lived in the Roman Empire during the 3rd century AD, and during this time in the Roman Empire, Christians were being heavily persecuted by the Roman government. Christianity was outlawed, and he was a Catholic priest, and because the Roman Empire needed a lot of soldiers in order to basically carry out the persecution of Christians, in order to keep everyone in line for what they wanted, they needed a lot of soldiers, but they were having a lot of trouble keeping soldiers and getting them to show up and do what they wanted, because a lot of the soldiers wanted to stay home with their wives and their families. So the Roman emperor at the time outlawed engagements and marriages. It was illegal to be engaged or to get married. Saint Valentine went around performing secret marriages during this time, and he eventually was caught by the Roman Empire and imprisoned and eventually put to death for doing this. And this is why he's like the patron saint of love. And also the tradition, of like sending valentines, sending cards or love letters, came from him as well, because when he was imprisoned before he was put to death, he sent a letter. We don't know who the letter was to, but we do know it was signed from your Valentine. So that's where that tradition comes from. So that's kind of fun. This is a little saint card that I got when I was in school, back in Catholic school, grade school. But it has like a little prayer. It's a prayer to Saint Valentine. Dear saint and glorious martyr, teach us to love unselfishly and to find great joy in giving. Enable all true lovers to bring out the best in each other. Let them love each other in God and in God in each other. And then we have a reading from St. Paul to the Corinthians. I'm sure you've probably heard this one. It says, love is patient and kind. It does not envy or boast, and it's never proud. Love is not rude or selfish. It does not get angry easily or keep track of wrongs. Love does not delight in bad things, but it rejoices in the truth. Love always protects, trusts, hopes, and perseveres. Love never fails. So there is Saint Valentine. I was wondering if I was going to be able to find that. I wasn't quite sure where it was, but I knew I still had it somewhere. we all got like different patron saints. I think it was 5th grade that we had to like do a report and give the report to the class. And we drew names out of like a little bag, like a paper bag with all the saint names, and I drew Saint Valentine. So I got to do my little report on Saint Valentine. Okay, so next, one of my favorite items from my house that I feel is a romantic looking item is this jewelry box. It's a heart-shaped jewelry box with these pretty like roses that go around and hearts on the top. And it's red velvet inside. I received this as a gift when I was a kid. I was probably like 8 or 9. I've had it a long time. It was from my grandparents. But I feel like it's very romantic looking. It could be like, I don't know, in like a French estate, like maybe Princess Belle from Beauty and the Beast would use it. I love the little feet. That's what I feel makes it look very like French, provincial French, is like these feet. This could have been like one of the characters in Beauty and the Beast, like a talking jewelry box. Okay, so the next item, let's do a book. So this is a children's book, but in the book there's a very adorable wedding that occurs, a very romantic, adorable wedding between these two mice. This is Summer Story from the Brambly Hedge collection by Jill Barklam. Summer Story. And I'll show you like a little glimpse of the wedding. Find my favorite picture. Okay, here it is. So this is after the ceremony. They're at their little reception, their wedding reception. And here's the bride and groom. Poppy and Dusty are their names. And they've got their wedding cake. And see out here on the river, this is a little barge, a dance barge. They have dancing out on this barge in the river. And at some point, while they're dancing, the barge breaks free from what it's tied to on the edge of the river, and it just is floating down the river, and they're all still dancing and partying. It's very cute. Poppy, the bride, she made her own dress, and it's lovely and beautiful. So romantic looking. This is like one of my favorite books in the Brambly Hedge collection is Summer Story. So cute. Okay, what should I do next? Let's do this box. So this is the box that my engagement ring came in when my husband asked me to marry him. I love this box. I got my ring came from Fred Meyer Jewelers, which if you don't have a Fred Meyer in your area, it is owned by Kroger. It's just a subsidiary of Kroger, but Fred Meyer's has a jewelry section at all their stores. But I love the black and white bow. It's so cute. I think the white box makes it look like very bridal. My ring, my engagement ring was just this part with the big diamond. And then when we got married, we got this wedding band, the bottom part with the lower diamonds. And we got it soldered together so that it's like one ring now. But they were two separate rings in the beginning. I always think wedding rings and engagement rings are so romantic. I love, like, when a friend or family member gets engaged. I can't wait to see their ring, you know. Okay, so the next thing is this card. So this was a birthday card from my husband. I think it was 2 years ago, but it might have been last year. I can't remember now. But I think it's so romantic and beautiful looking. I love this peach ribbon and this like gold frame and the silver and gold flowers. This is my favorite birthday card I've ever gotten, and I always keep it on display on the bookcase there. It says, "To my wife with all my love." I love cursive writing too. I think cursive writing is very romantic looking. I'd love to write with like a quill, a real, quill like they used to use before there were fountain pens. I've tried to do it, but it's actually very, very hard. My letters look all wonky and I don't know, I'm not good at it. It takes some getting used to write with a quill. Okay, let's see, what should we do next? Well, I've got this really fun rose. So it's like a light up wand rose. And it changes colors. I got this at Disneyland like, I don't even know, 7 years ago maybe. No, actually I do know exactly when. It was almost 8 years ago now because we're coming up on our 8th wedding anniversary. No, 9 years ago because we were engaged for a year and a half. We're coming up on our 8th wedding anniversary, and we were engaged for a year and a half, so it was a year before that, year and a half before that. When we went to Disneyland for that trip, my husband proposed in front of the castle, the Sleeping Beauty castle. And that night, there was like, of course, a light show. There's always a light show at Disney. And they were selling these like on a little, cart that they were pushing around in the park. And my husband bought me one of these. He kind of saw me like eyeing them. I was like, oh, look, those roses are so pretty. And he pretended to go to the bathroom and he came back with one of these. giving out a little bit. It's pretty old now, and they're made very cheaply, but it does like a rainbow kind of effect on the last setting, so you can see the blue. But yeah, I absolutely love this thing. I actually just changed the batteries for this video because the batteries have been dead for a long time now. This has just been sitting on that bookshelf, but the batteries have been dead. I really dislike when it's so difficult to change the batteries. There's two tiny screws that you have to take out, and I'm just like, no one wants to do that. Why can't it just be one of those slidey things, you know? Just saying, if I ever design anything, it's not gonna have screws holding the batteries in. Okay. And then, let's see, what's next? Let's do this barrette. I have a hair barrette. It's got these beautiful purple flowers. I love to wear this like in springtime. I think, in my opinion, it's giving like Mulan vibes. I absolutely love Mulan. I was obsessed with that movie for like many years when I was a kid. And I love her dad like telling her about, you know, like the last flower blossoming. I don't know, it reminds me of that. So my senior year of college is when I got this, and we had like a senior ball, a dance, and I had a purple dress. It was exactly this color, and I wore this in my hair. The dress had like a belt kind of at the waist, and it had flowers that looked almost identical to this at the waist of the dress, and it was exactly this shade of purple. And so I got this to match to put in my hair for the ball. But it's one of my favorite barrettes still. I love it, and that's my favorite color. Purple, like a light purple like that is my favorite color. Okay, let's do this. So this is a photo album that my aunt made me to either put like engagement photos or wedding photos or whatever I wanted to put in it. Something romantic though. At this point, I haven't put photos in it yet. It's still blank. But at this point, I'm kind of wondering, because I already have like an album of our engagement. It's like a Disney themed album, because we got engaged at Disneyland. But then, and I also have like a wedding album. So I was wondering if it could be cute to put a picture of each of our anniversaries, like in here, like keep adding our anniversary pictures, because we take a picture together every year on our anniversary. So I thought that might be cute in here. She doesn't care. She told me when she gave it to me, she doesn't care what I put in here. She just made it for me to put anything I want in it. But most beautiful job. So, here's the side too. Isn't this cool with these chains on it? And this is like roses. 3D, like fabric roses. Pretty romantic paper on the back. Yeah. It's like impossible for me to decide what to put in there, but I eventually will. Okay. This is my most romantic purse that I own. I have a white one that's really beautiful too, but I love this baby like blush pink. It's got these beautiful bamboo leaves on it. One of my best friends in college brought this back from Indonesia when they took a trip there. I love these bamboo leaves. I think it's so pretty. And it's got all these little hand beaded beads on the back, and it's the pink is silk. So I always keep this in like a protective fabric sleeve so it doesn't get all mucky and gross. And I never use this if there's a potential that it's going to rain because it will ruin the silk. I only use this in like the summer when I know for sure it's not going to get wet. Alright, so the next item I have is a makeup palette. This one is one I know I've been talking about so much, but oh my gosh, I love it. And the shades in here are so romantic, in my opinion. If I wanted like a really romantic makeup look, I would definitely reach for this. This is the My Atlantis palette by W7. So this is the palette. It's got so many gorgeous romantic shades in here. This one is City, Speculate, Island, Poseidon, Erupt, and Myth on the first level. And then Ocean, Paradise, Sea Fire, Empire Immortal, and Clito on the second. And then Trident, Eden, Plato, Utopia, Atlas, and Lost on the bottom. I love this this Utopia shade and this Immortals right there. And all these right here. I've been using this one like a lot, and I love that there's there's so many like beautiful striking colors, but then also so many neutrals and mattes to like use with the other colors. So definitely, if you're looking for a very affordable, romantic looking eyeshadow palette, highly recommend. I love the packaging too, that is so pretty. Could you imagine if like marble actually came in this color? That'd be like the most amazing Barbie countertop ever. Okay, so next is this book. This one is the last trigger I have. So this is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. This is the most beautiful copy that I have. This was designed by someone who worked under Christian Dior. Like the cover of this was designed by them, and it's fabric. I know it's hard to tell on the camera, but the cover is made out of fabric. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, with illustrations by Bill Donovan. This was a Christmas gift from my husband's grandmother to me. Her and her husband really love books. They have a humongous library in their house. He has like a lot of first editions and just really neat books. And so she knew I loved Pride and Prejudice. It's my favorite romantic story. And they got me this copy for Christmas one year. It's so pretty. So the back says Pride and Prejudice, and its account of the fraught romantic pas-de-deux between proud Elizabeth Bennet and the haughty Fitzwilliam Darcy has been a cornerstone of literary letters for more than 2 centuries. This deluxe edition of Jane Austen's masterpiece features the full-color art of Bill Donovan, the first appointed artist in residence for Christian Dior. I'm trying to find a cool picture. Here's one. That's at Meriton. They're in Meriton. This is the ball at Netherfield. But yeah, this is my favorite romantic story of all time. I'm sure most people have probably seen one of the movies, either the BBC miniseries or the movie with Keira Knightley playing Lizzie.